Hey guys,
Hey
what's
guys.
going on? Another live Q&A.
Yep, here we are.
It's weird how when we go live, it's like kind of shadow. There's like a little bit
I
of
know,
a
and it's
tinge
like,
to
is
it.
it really gonna
And
go?
then it brightens up. I'm like, are we live? Are we not
Well,
live?
and we actually do have a shadow because we finally got
Yes.
ourselves a monitor.
Yes, we got a
So-
nice large. We took some of that super chat money from last time that people were so generous with, and we wound up getting ourselves a nice large monitor so that we could pay attention to what's going on in the chat.
So if you see us looking over here, that's what we're doing.
That's where we're looking.
Yes.
We're looking at what people are asking. We also have none other than Jacob DeWitt with us tonight, not here in sunny Florida, but he is at his home and he is going to be the official moderator. So thank you, Jacob. He's also a Raiti's Rides Winner's Circle Patreon member.
Yep.
And I got some special goodies I'm going to be sending his way. He's a big Cadillac fan, so I got some special Cadillac stuff I'm going to be sending his way. But definitely want to thank Jacob. And I want to thank all of you. Right now, we literally are 1 minute in. We have 75 people watching.
That's awesome.
And we already have some super chats.
Oh
I know Jaden, our buddy Jaden from Tennessee.
Yep.
Was that Shelby County or something like that?
Yes, good job.
I remember.
Of course he would remember Shelby County.
Yeah, of course. So Jaden had a question about like what happens if you put diesel in a non-diesel car. You're basically going to ruin the fuel system. Everything from the fuel pump to the fuel filter. That's a big no-no. You can get it fixed, but it's something that's going to cost you a little bit of money. So make sure you're paying attention when you're pumping up. Don't grab that one handle that's a totally different color.
That's a really good
one. A lot of times it's green or yellow. Pay attention to what you're doing.
Pay attention to what you're doing when you're filling your gas tank.
Yes, for sure.
What a wise.
I know, right? Pay attention what you're sticking in your gas tank.
Yes, and Adam also
right from Canada. He is another Patreon member. And he has a little thing to say. He's saying that the Shelby F-250 was awesome. Well, definitely, Adam, it was awesome, and it was so great to bring it to you guys. Not only those who are on Patreon because they kind of knew ahead of the time what was happening. Because remember, we do have a Raiti's Rides Patreon page. It's where you could get that behind the scenes stuff that you can't get here on the official Raiti's Rides YouTube channel.
That's right.
And we bring them a lot of surprises.
That's right.
Give them special clips and all that kind of stuff. So lots of great stuff there. We have another Raiti's Rides Patreon member tonight, Golf King. Love him. Thank you for that super chat. And thank you for being a Patreon member. It's so great to have you as part of the team and as the family.
Absolutely. We've got a ton of news, but we still have
We have a ton of news to talk about when we're hitting the super chats. Thank you for that. Jaden says, another one from Jaden in Shelby County. What about when you put, same story. You don't want to put the wrong fuel in the fuel tank. So pay attention. Don't pump the wrong.
And if you don't know, you probably should ask somebody.
You're gonna ruin the motor if you really push it.
And then Malcolm Force, thank you, Malcolm.
Malcolm, we really appreciate you.
That's really sweet of you to say too.
He says you are my favorite.
You're my favorite reviewer.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And you are my favorite videographer and just amazing person to be around.
Well, we had a ton of fun filming at the Barrett Jackson
we went to. I don't know if many of you know. I'm sure you do, unless you've been sleeping under a rock, which that would probably hurt. That would hurt. It would not be comfortable. But we went to Scottsdale, Arizona. First time going to the Barrett Jackson auction.
And first time traveling that far since the
pandemic. It's been a year since we went past Texas.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you right now, jet lag is no joke.
Yeah.
I forgot all about just how critical it is to get there early and get some rest.
Sleep is important.
Yes. But we got some more super chats. We're going to talk more about Barrett Jackson. Ken, another Patreon member. Patreon members in full force. Ken, you're so generous, man. Ken says, on throttle, Joe, wow, wow, wow. Oh, wow. You better believe it. There's no finer words that could be spoken on an on throttle. I hope many of you, I know Ken saw that 911 Turbo S. That was pretty insane. I definitely want to say another thank you to Joe.
Yeah, who's also a subscriber.
Same name, also subscriber. Best name in the whole world. And he also has one of the best cars in the world, that Porsche 911 Turbo S. But thank you, Ken, for that super chat. And thank you for being a Patreon member. What else? Who else do you have?
David Langle, who's also
David is here, another Patreon member, and also soon to have his own Volkswagen.
Yes.
Not Volkswagen, a Volkswagen.
So tell us a little bit about this for those that haven't heard.
So David, just like everybody else has heard, today it was announced that Volkswagen is going to create a new name for itself called Volkswagen, Voltswagen. wagon for their electric vehicles.
Okay.
It's there to do the attention, to bring the eyes.
The marketing, right?
Yes.
That's what a lot of people are noticing. I think that's where, if there's one thing that I'll say about the Mustang Mach-E, is I think a lot of people are paying attention. Now, whether that's good attention or bad attention, it's still getting attention.
Of course. So. But thank you, David, for the awesome super chat. I almost said super chat.
Super chat.
Super chat. Jaden. Yes. But thank you, David, for that. We really appreciate you. Jaden has another super chat. Jaden says, please try to come to Cars on Main in April. Fingers crossed, we're trying to. We're actually going to be going to North Carolina.
Yes.
So we'll see what we can do.
Definitely try.
We'll try.
If
Thank
only
you,
we
Jaden.
could clone ourselves and we could send ourselves in multiple directions.
Or if I had like the ability to teleport.
Ooh. So if anybody has a teleportation hookup.
Because the thing is, I don't know if the world is ready for more than one Joe Raiti.
You know what? You have a really good point. And then we have another super chat.
Another super chat and another Patreon member.
Yes.
Thank you, Blake.
Blake just did the track attack a few weeks ago and says, you guys are going to love it. Can't wait to see your video.
Well, Blake, I'm so glad that you were able to do it. I'm so glad you're enjoying your own GT350. And yes, all of you, we will be bringing footage of the GT350 track attack experience here on Patreon and on YouTube.
Yeah, and if you want some behind the scenes stuff, I'm going to encourage you to check out Patreon if you haven't looked at it yet. We have a little bit of behind the scenes stuff that you can't get anywhere else on Patreon from Barrett Jackson. And then we have a special interview that is going to be posted on Patreon. So definitely check that out.
Lots of interesting things that we're able to share over there that we can't share on YouTube.
It's just a different format, right?
Exactly.
And so it's something to think about.
Of course.
And then we've got tons more.
Yes, Steven from Tampa. I know he's from Tampa because that's his username. Steven, thank you. You're so close. I feel like I could almost touch you. Being over here, I'm in Clearwater, you're in Tampa. But he says, is there any news about a new BMW M5? We hear about the M3, M4, M8. Missing the V10. Yeah. No news yet, because think about it. 2021, they just had a refresh. So you're probably not going to see anything on the M5 till at least 2023. We'll probably hear something closer to the end of the year. So thank you, Stephen, for your support. Great question. And yes, there's a lot of talk about the M3 and M4s. Benji, our longtime friend, patron. He's in Tennessee now.
Also Patreon member.
And just all around great guy.
And he says, well, if it isn't my favorite YouTube team, hope all is well. How are you loving that beautiful Camaro?
Very good question, Benji. Thank you for bringing that up. And basically, we are going to talk about the Camaro ZL1 1LE. If you're wondering why have we not created more videos, there's actually a really big reason. We had a problem with the Raiti's Rides driveway.
Our actual
home driveway. There was a pipe that burst, and it actually caused part of the driveway to start to crack and collapse.
So we actually basically didn't have a driveway for.
We had to have it. Yeah, we had to get a new driveway.
And so the Camaro has basically been locked in the garage.
It was trapped. It was trapped in the garage because unless I had a truck, everything was all dirt. So
that is coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have
stay tuned for that. Yes, lots of super chats.
So Jada Zane, I hope I said that right.
Hey, Jada.
I bought a 2021 Nissan Sentra Rosewood S-Wood Premium.
Nice.
So thanks, Jada, for that.
Congratulations. And I know we feature a lot of the Sentras, and I'm so glad that you're happy with yours. So congratulations on that. And thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. Yes, Xenowitz22. Do you find yourself having to stop for fuel often in the GT350 or Camaro? Gas prices don't bother me so much, but having to fuel up so often does.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I kind of understand that I am going to have to pump more at the fuel pump, and gas prices are going up, but there's just no replacement for that V8 sound and the experience that it gives you. And anything else, what goes up also goes back down. It's true. I remember back in 2008, they said gas prices were going to stay high forever. We were going to be $7, $8, $9 a gallon, but it never happened.
Well, and I think the other thing to point out too is you're not commuting in either one of those vehicles.
They're not my daily drivers, so that also helps too.
Yeah. So it's something to keep in mind. Jeff Shea, thank you, Jeff. Love the reviews and the camera work.
Please show her love in the comments section of the videos.
Jeff.
Lori busts her butt, especially at Barrett Jackson. She was working that camera like a champ. And thank you, Jeff,
yes.
for that super chat. What else we got?
And we thank Zenowitz already.
Yes.
YouTube fan actually is doing a favor for one of the folks who's in the chat
That's
room
really
right
nice.
now.
You guys are so nice.
Really nice.
It's wonderful.
Abraham Diaz is asking if you can review a Subaru Crosstrek.
Well, Abraham, great news. We already have. What you want to do is in the search bar on YouTube, type in the vehicle and then just type Raiti or Raiti's Rides. It will come up. We did it at Reeves Subaru not too long ago.
Okay, great. And then TJ,
another Winner's Circle member,
yeah,
Patreon member,
awesome,
and Raiti's Rides family member. So thank you, TJ, for this super chat. You're really awesome. We appreciate you.
And then this person from South Korea, I'm gonna just flat out tell you, I cannot.
I wish we could say your name. Whoever.
But thank you for the love.
Yes, thank you for the love.
Tuning in from South Korea. How cool is that?
It is really awesome.
I always wanted to go to Korea.
And one day we will.
Yes.
One day we will. And it's great to feature. I know the products from South Korea, Kia and Hyundai. Getting a lot of popular. A lot of stuff happening.
Sublime GT500.
Matt is here.
Hey
of
guys,
course.
I added an X5, CAI, and a 93 Tune, 770.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Listen, man, you don't mess around. If you don't know, Matt just bought that GT500 not too long ago. So it's awesome to see somebody buying it, loving it, driving it, and enjoying it, and definitely making more power is not going to hurt. That's for
right.
sure.
That's right. I'm just scrolling up.
We're scrolling through while she's scrolling.
Sure let
me talk a little bit about the Camaro. So Camaro, I've been able to drive it twice. That's it, because with the driveway being ripped out, and then Lori and I went to Barrett-Jackson, we just were not here to do it. So that's one of the challenges that we're kind of work around. But now that the driveway is finishing up, I think today they put that last thing of sealant down. It's drying up. I'll be able to take the cars, both the Shelby and the Camaro. I know many of you want to see a comparison. We're going to bring it to you here on Raiti's Rides, and we're going to bring you some on throttle. Like, I'm going to take it out to the twisty bits, really do some on throttle, and we're going to be planning our first track day very soon.
Yes.
So stay tuned for that.
Shutdown McClen.
Thank you, Shutdown.
Thank you so much. MDX TLX Type S. I can't wait.
Listen, you and I are in the same boat. I can't wait for that Type S. I also can't wait for the TLX Type S. Remember, this pandemic has really slowed things down. And I think the manufacturers didn't really realize it. Or things were in motion that they couldn't stop it. But you're probably not going to see those things until, I hate to say it, probably the summertime.
Okay, well, good to know. TJ is back. When will we see an Alfa Romeo in action? Thank you so much, TJ.
Well, thank you, TJ, once again for another super chat. So Alfa Romeo, I am waiting on a Quadrifoglio. So an Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio to show up to the Miami press fleet vehicle setup to be sent to me. So once that happens, we will be bringing you that Quadrifoglio to Raiti's Rides, all the action. We did do a Stelvio at the Texas Truck Roundup,
which wasn't that long ago.
And
maybe it was.
It was October.
Yeah, I guess.
And next month we are going back to Texas Motor Speedway for the Auto Roundup.
Yes.
And there might be some Alfa Romeo vehicles there.
Really excited
as well. So stay tuned, TJ. We're going to be bringing it, I promise.
So thanks so much, TJ. We also have Golf King is back.
Yes,
you
he's
two
awesome.
are so great. Any news through the grapevine when naturally aspirated V8s may disappear? And it says Car King and Queen.
Yeah, well, thank you, Golf King, and thank you for all that you do and your super chat, and also being a Patreon member. Dodge is saying that soon they're going to be going the next Challenger. I know everybody's saying, redesign the Challenger, redesign the Charger. I'm thinking that the next redesign is going to be a hybrid setup. V6 with hybrid electricity. Don't mark my words, don't quote me, but the president of Dodge says that's the direction that they're going in, is hybrid. So if you want your V8 and you want to be able to enjoy it, this is the time, because it could be within the next 2 years gone.
Well, yeah. I mean, and the thing is, I mean, it'll still be around. You just won't be able to buy it new.
Not new, yes. You'll have to buy somebody who ragged on it, did 42,000 burnouts, donuts. Maybe they struck a telephone pole, and then they had some Bondo to repair it, and maybe some duct tape and some chewing. Yeah, bubble gum.
Yes.
Thank you, Golf King.
Yes, thank you so much. And then Brandon Garcia is here. Thanks, Brandon. Should I pull the trigger on a 2021 Supra 3.0 Premium or see what they do for 2022?
You know, one thing, Brandon, that Toyota did say to not only auto journalists, but also the rest of the world is that they're going to be making incremental changes as the years go by.
Yes.
I don't know if 2022 is going to be something big, but they say incremental changes. What that means has to have a certain definition to you. So choose wisely. You can't go wrong with the current Supra. I love driving it. I wish it was a manual.
Yeah.
The big news is, I don't know if you remember, and I'm kind of proud of this fact a little bit, that when we reviewed the Nissan Z Proto at the headquarters, I quoted a price of around $38,000. And guess what? Nissan announced that the Nissan 400Z, which they're just going to call it the Z, is going to start at $35,000. So another thing to think about if you're looking at Supra, you may want to go Z. Manual transmission, if that's something that you want. If that's something you want.
So it might be good to wait for that, just to get a chance to get behind the wheel.
Sure.
Jaden is back. Jaden wants to know, what does 93 octane mean and how much is in 93? How much is 93?
So what that means is that a higher compression performance engine needs more octane, needs a higher octane rating. That means that you're going to get more boom from the combustion. So in Florida right now, I want to say it's like $3.20-something, if I remember correctly. Obviously, state to state differs, but that's what it pretty much is going for right now.
And then Elijah in the Sky, thank you so much for that.
Thank you just for the super chat.
And I think this Elijah in the Sky might be from, I think I'm just getting
we have a lot of Elijahs, yes.
Up.
But Elijah, thank you for that super chat. We really, and he's got another thank you for another super chat, Elijah.
EcoBoost Mustang, can it throw you back in the seat?
It depends. It does move you. Now, if you've never been in a fast car, you're probably going to feel pretty good in it. If you've been in a V8 Mustang, it doesn't throw you back the same exact way. Now, you can take the EcoBoost, put a bigger turbo, put a bigger intercooler, put a different fuel pump, and make crazy amount of horsepower, but then that's going to cost money. So it all depends on what direction you want to go in.
Does it depend on the driver?
Not really. I mean, unless it's a manual and somebody doesn't know how to drive manual for anything, that's really going to put you back in the seat. It's going to make you do this. On throttle.
So there you go. There's your answer.
There you go. Thank you for your super chat, your second super chat.
And then Arani Biswas is here. Mustang GT or Mach 1 for daily?
You know, it all comes down to price, right? I would just say if you could swing the price, why not go Mach 1? Yeah. You're getting the best of everything.
Why wouldn't you daily a Mach 1? Is there a reason?
No, not at all. Unless you need rear seat space for some tall people.
Okay.
But if you're not sitting in the back, who cares, right?
That's really
but a Mach 1 is great. I mean, it's got magnetic ride suspension and stuff, and that works really well. I still think the best daily driver Mustang GT for the money is the Performance Pack Level 1.
Right.
With the magnetic ride suspension.
Yes.
That's how I would go.
Thank you, Arani. And then Adam, you're my favorite person. Adam says, Lori, you're the best videographer on YouTube. That's just really awesome of you to say, Adam. I try really hard. I really do. I take the craft of videography extremely seriously.
She does. And you know, when we were at Barrett-Jackson, we work under some really tight situations, like how much space that we have to film. I don't know if a lot of you are aware. I know that the Patreon members are aware because I was able to talk to them in a separate video about the event.
Yeah.
But let me just tell you, we were promised a lot more space with the Bronco. We were told that we were going to be able to see under the hood, that there wouldn't be any partitions, that we wouldn't be able to get inside. And at the final hour, when we're about to film, we were told, no go. We will move some of the partition back, and we had to work it. We had to work it.
Yeah.
You worked it like a champ.
Yeah.
And I know
very happy with how that video turned out. So if you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
check it out because we really worked hard to get you some very tight angles, and the lighting is really challenging.
It's interesting because when the marketing people set up these displays at auto shows and whatnot, it looks really dramatic. You walk in there and you're like, ooh, the lights, the sparkle.
But then when you try to get that,
when you try to take a picture or film it, it looks like crap.
Especially something like unfortunately, like the Raptor was so dark.
Oh,
so dark.
I haven't posted the Raptor.
Oh.
So we have the 2021 Raptor with the 37-inch tires coming this week to Raiti's Rides. We're also going to be featuring a bunch of Shelby American products.
Like a lot.
A lot. Today we did the F250 Super Baja, but I got Shelby Super Snake. I am literally the first to do a walk around of the Shelby Super Snake Speedster wide body.
And you get to hear it.
And you get to hear it, which is even better.
Are gonna love it.
Right now, we got 312 people watching. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Whether you're super chatting or not, thank you for being here. We're going to get through the super chats, and then we're going to hit up the rest. I also want to remind you, Jacob is in the house.
Thank you, Jacob. He's helping.
Being the moderator to stop all the spam. So we can get to the important stuff, which is all of you.
Got a really nice super chat from Tom.
Tom, thank you for being so generous. We really appreciate that. The great news is the money we're getting from super chats, we're able to do the travel to Arizona.
And we bought this new monitor.
We got the new monitor. We got new gear coming. I'm using some new GoPros tomorrow. So it's going to be really, really great. We got, it's not like we're just, taking it and I'm taking out the dinner.
Yes.
Which some of you I know would be more. Yeah, no, we don't. Yeah. Tell me about it.
All right. So Jaden Robbins.
Jaden
is giving everybody advice to wash their cars because of the pollen.
Yes.
Really good advice.
Very good advice. And definitely, it just always seems to happen a lot.
And then Nick Car 96. Thank you, Nick. Love the Trackhawk review.
Yes, Nick. Thank you for that super chat. And really, the Trackhawk is an amazing vehicle. And it's sad that these vehicles are going to be going bye-bye.
Yeah, it is sad. David Langle. Thank you, David, one of our Patreon members. Joe and Lori, you both, my ID4 Pro S with Gradient package will be in my hands June 2021, so you can do a review on mine. I also ordered a Hummer. Wow.
Nice. David is really into cars. He worked in the auto industry for many, many years, and he has had a lot of different vehicles. And right now he's really loving what Volkswagen and not Hummer, but GMC is bringing to the table EV-wise. And David, you're on. We will definitely put that together.
And then thank you, Lucas Swiderski. He's from Chicago. Guys, what was the car that you would learn to drive on, and what was your first car? Love these questions.
Great question. Thanks, so, ladies first. Why don't you go first?
Well, I actually learned how to drive on a manual transmission, if you can believe it or not.
What kind of car was it?
It was a... I'm embarrassed.
Oh, well, wait until you hear what
I don't know if anybody, but if you know this car, I'm going to be really impressed.
Here we go.
It was a Pontiac Le Mans.
Yeah, of course people know the Le Mans. Or the Le Mans, technically.
5-speed manual Pontiac.
That was the little hatchback one. That wasn't
no. But my second car was a Toyota Celica, and I was
the Celica, really the Celica was really badass.
Cool. What about you?
So I learned how to drive on 3 different cars. I learned how to drive, believe it or not, in my mom's Buick Estate wagon.
I wish I could have seen that.
9-passenger wagon with the wood grain.
Wish I had a picture.
I also learned how to drive. My dad had a 1978 K5 Chevy Blazer.
Okay.
Another big vehicle.
That sounds
But really where cool. I learned how to drive good old manual was my dad had a 1988 Pontiac Firebird with the 5-speed manual. That's where I learned.
We both learned how to drive
on a Pontiac.
Which is why I think we both get a little choked up when we see Pontiac.
And then my first car was a Pontiac Firebird. I miss Pontiac.
Yeah,
big time.
My dad taught me how to drive on the manual.
That's cool
too. When I was 15.
That's all.
How old were you? Did I beat him?
I was 16 when I learned
manual. I was actually younger than you.
I know.
And since we're the same age, technically, I've been driving manual longer than me. Wow.
Crazy. Well, hold on a second. I did drive a 3-on-the-tree pickup truck that my dad had. He had this parts pickup truck in the back of his shop, but I really didn't go on the road with it or anything. I kind of moved it from one end.
You were a professional race car driver, so I think you kind of win this one.
Whatever.
I just had my little edge there. But we've got tons more super chats, and for those of you that super chatted, we've got a nice screen over here. We're going through them. Michael Chebandur saw your Mach 1 review, went and ordered one with a 6-speed last week. Can't wait.
That's awesome, Michael. Really appreciate it. I'm so glad that you were able to find the right car. Congrats. I can't wait to see how it looks. Definitely send me a picture.
And then Kyle is here. Amazing channel. First, you two eventually want to get an LT1 Camaro. When do you think will be the last year of that V8 model Camaro in general?
I think next year is going to be it, Kyle. I think next year, 2023 is going to be the last. 2022 is next year. I keep getting the years messed up because I keep coming out with 2022s now.
I know.
But I think 2023 model year will be the final year of the Camaro as we know it.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
But the LT1 is a lot of bang for your buck.
And thank you guys for the super chats. Troy is here. Which one are you going with? Audi S6 or BMW M?
I'm going S6. I think.
Yeah,
I think you like the BMW 550.
I think I would probably.
We have a review of that coming.
Yeah,
because we had it as a press review.
Yeah,
You enjoyed it. You love getting on throttle.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
It's a really.
That's not even an M5.
Yeah, I know. I mean, with the M550i, I don't.
Crazy.
I don't know if you.
I know, right?
AP80 number 28 is
Love
here.
having him here.
Hey guys, just wanted to say I ended up getting a 2019 350.
Nice.
Only 1,900 miles. That's great.
Barely broken
I love
in.
the car. It's unreal. One thing though, when rev matching, do I have to use the brake when blipping the throttle? We love you too.
Well, it depends on how you're doing it. Sometimes, if you're just slowing down just through inertia and just slowing down off the engine itself, you could just give it a blip just straight forward and go down a gear. Most of your downshifting technically should be with braking. And the way it works, this is what they teach you in racing school. Let me give you a little bit of race school knowledge. The way it works is on a racetrack, the first thing that you do is brake. Get all your braking done in a straight line. While you're in that braking process of slowing down, that's when you're going to blip the throttle. And then as you turn in, you should not be doing brake anymore. Okay. You should be slowly rolling on throttle so that as you come out of the turn, you keep rolling all the way to the floor, and that's going to give you the fastest exit. If you ever chop throttle in a corner, that means you did something wrong. Either you went too fast into the turn or you took the wrong line, and that's why you had to chop throttle. So there's a lot of science behind racing cars. It's not just who has the fastest engine. Yeah. Who has the most horsepower. Which is why you can still have fun driving your car, even if it's there's people on the road. You don't have to drive it fast to enjoy driving your car, So what else we got? So thank you, AP80. And congrats on your Shelby. Yes. Amazing car. Casty, I think, or Cast 11617. Hey, Cast 1617. Love you guys. You think the Honda Ridgeline will redesign totally despite the recent refresh? I'm dying for one. Should I wait? I think you're going to have a couple more years before there's a redesign. I think with a refresh, they're not going to change it up right away, especially Honda. They seem to wait a little bit longer than most. Plus, there's some new players. There's the Hyundai Santa Cruz pickup truck that's coming, midsize pickup truck. I know Ford is releasing a smaller truck, smaller than a midsize pickup truck. So lots of changes in the truck industry, but I think the Ridgeline is going to be the same for a couple more years. Okay. And thank you. Benji is here supporting Benji, some of the folks in the chat because he's such a great guy. Yes, he is. He's one of the nicest people on the freaking planet. Really one of the nicest people on the planet. Might be the nicest person on the planet. Y'all got some love from Fresno and Montreal and a question. What's your favorite car so far? And on a personal note, when is the hat you're wearing going to be available for purchase? When I can figure out how to make it available for purchase. So Benji, we'll talk more about the hat. This is actually a special hat that I had a subscriber's mother actually made it for me. Yes. They own an embroidery shop. So we'll talk about that, Benji. I'll take care of you on that. Yes. But thanks for the love from Fresno and Montreal. The favorite cars so far, there's so many to choose from. I drive so many. I'll be honest with you, that 911 Turbo S really opened up my eyes. Yeah. Like literally, like the force of the car opened up my eyes because of the acceleration and stuff. I'm kind of looking forward to a 911 GT3. I want to get behind the wheel of a 911, the new one coming out soon. Yeah. But the Porsches, the Corvettes, I mean, they're all great. It's so hard to pick just one. Well, and I think this is one of those things. It's another reason why you've got the Shelby and you have the Camaro. The Camaro. I like the variety. Yeah. I know a lot of people were like, Joe, you're a Ford guy. And a Subaru. And a Subaru. I love the variety. I think that's what makes it fun to get into each car, and they have such a unique personality. Mm-hmm. It's wonderful. Yeah. And I love sharing it with all of you. So thank you so much, Benji. Thank you, Benji. And then JK Ball TV, how's it going? It's going awesome. It's going awesome. We're just glad that you're here, and thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. We have 339 people watching. This is amazing. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Once we get through the super chats, we're going to hit up everybody else's questions and comments.
Absolutely. And so Hector Gonzalez is here. Thoughts on the Kia EV6, 577 horsepower.
From Kia. Yeah, so very impressed, obviously. Horsepower is great. The thing I'm still troubled with electric vehicles, they have no soul. They're fast. No doubt about it. If I go get a Demon, I'm sure an electric vehicle is going to blow my doors off, but I really don't care.
Yeah.
And but we need cars like that to get people excited about EVs. If all the EVs were just Nissan Leafs, not to say a Nissan Leaf's a terrible car if you own one, but it's just not very exciting.
The personality is lacking.
Yeah, and that's why they're using the names Hummer, Mustang, and everything else is to get people excited about it. Because people like me, old man Raiti, are a little resistant. That's how it is. I want my V8.
Are you going to go outside on stage?
I'm going to just rev it up. I'm going to just rev the engine.
Which he does sometimes.
Yeah.
I know. Love to be our neighbor.
I think many of them would. Actually, yes. So thank you for that super chat.
And then Nav's Showroom, congrats on the GT350.
Thank you.
Nav's Showroom is from Canada. So
awesome.
Thank you for that.
I love my Canadian subscribers.
Yes, absolutely. Big supporters. Hope they fixed the decal. They did.
Yep.
He bought his Mark 7 and a half GTI after watching your review. Been a subscriber since. Cheers.
Well, thank you, Nav Showroom, and congrats on your GTI. You know, we did that review of that red one, that Pesky vehicle. Still a great car. It really is, and I'm excited to see what the Mark 8 brings. But it's still the 7 and 7.5 are still great cars.
Absolutely.
We got another super chat.
Yes, from Nibbin Varghese.
Thank you, Nibbin.
He was asking about an exotic car, and I just lost it. It does this weird thing where it jumps.
It jumps, yes.
What exotic car would you trade your Mustang and Camaro for? Thank you, Nibbin.
I'm thinking Porsche 911 GT3, a Ferrari F8 Tributo. What else? Pretty slim.
Okay.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind one of those. Porsche 911 GT3, a new one, and an F8 Tributo, one of those.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Okay.
Thanks.
Great
David.
question.
Yes.
Are you going to hook us up?
Yeah.
Antonio Hernandez. Hey, Antonio.
Hey, Antonio. We love having you here, man. Thanks for that.
And then Logan Daltowski. Thank you, Logan.
What's up, Logan?
All the great content, guys. I'm excited for the new vehicles coming out and to see them on the channel. Have you guys heard any rumors about a reveal date on the new Tundra?
You know, I'll be honest with you. The Japan side of Toyota does have an unveil coming up on April 5th. I do know that there is more stuff coming from Toyota. We are going to be invited to the headquarters in June to see some new vehicles. So I'm going to say probably May-ish is when you're going to hear something. Maybe a little sooner, but not later than May. I really don't think.
And then, and thank you for that super chat, Mr. Anti-Ant. Thank you for joining us. It's great to see you here. I always remember Mr. Anti-Ant.
I know, yes.
10th gen Civic or new 11th gen, which looks do you prefer? I feel the new gen is losing some of its sporty exterior, especially in the front.
You know, I haven't seen it in person yet. Obviously, we did the virtual unveil here on Raity's Rides, and you're right. It does look a little bit more tame. But we got to see it in person. I got to see it in person. Yeah, I think if you're waiting for a Civic, if you like the 10th gen, go for it because they're here. They're now.
I mean, that's the thing. Yeah. It's like when you're looking at pictures and you don't really know. It's really just a lot of speculation.
Exactly.
So thank you for that.
Thank you.
BT Aurora from Canada's here. Love your show. Do you still have the WRX STI?
Yes, sir. Ma'am.
Yep. It is the Golf R and BMW 2.3 okay to keep for long-term reliability cost-wise?
You know, it's one of those things that I get a little weary when the warranty runs out on almost any vehicle, car. But especially a German vehicle because costs are going to be more expensive when and Volkswagens people have had bad. Some people have great experiences. Some people have bad experiences. Yeah. It's just one of those things. When you say long time, I don't know what that means, but I would probably say 5 years. I mean, that's what I would be comfortable with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Benji wants you to drink some water.
Yes, I got to drink some water. It is hot.
I love it, Benji.
Thanks, Benji.
Okay. Scrolling.
Thank you, Jacob DeWitt, for being a great moderator, by the way.
Yes, thank you so much. Jacob is in the house, so don't spam or anything because Jacob's going to clean all that up for us. YouTube fan is back. What was your favorite sports car to review?
Favorite sports car is definitely got to be, I really enjoyed the NSX. I'm going to go back to the Porsche 911 Turbo. It's interesting. I like driving those cars because they're so damn fast, but really give me something with a manual. Give me something with a manual transmission that I could roll through my own gears. I even have fun in a Corvette Grand Sport. I love the Corvette Grand Sport, a C7 Grand Sport with a 7-speed. I'll row all day long.
I think we're caught up. We've got Destin Choute.
Sure.
Thank you, Destin.
What's up, Destin?
Has Buick invited you to their headquarters?
Not yet, but the great news is we do finally have the attention of Destin. So of Buick. So that's the great news. And we're going to be doing more with Buick and GMC. So expect us to be getting behind the wheel of a Hummer eventually.
Yes. And Jacob, actually, our moderator, has a question.
Thank you, Jacob.
Have you ever been pulled over while filming a review?
Knock on wood.
Yes.
I've only been pulled over. Please don't jinx me, everybody. I've only been pulled over once, and it was for a stupid reason. The police officer could not see the license plate that I stuck in the back window because I was at a dealership. I just took the plate. I didn't take the time to attach it to the outside of the car because we're doing many cars while we're at a dealership. And an officer in an unmarked Charger wanted to pull me over. Obviously, he read me the riot act and told me how that's not appropriate. I said, no problem. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you on the next ride.
And speaking of police officers, and when we were at Barrett-Jackson, we met a really awesome Raity's Ride supporter.
We met a lot
of a Shelby GT350.
Yes, we met a lot of great Raity's Ride members at Barrett-Jackson, but there was a local police officer that had a booth there talking about
police.
And as soon as he saw me, he's like, "It's you!" And he's like, "Hey, I gotta get your picture. I gotta get a picture with you. Yep. I got a GT350."
And didn't he just come back from the track attack?
Yeah,
you guys need to leave some tread on the tires for us.
I know, man. Tell me about it.
So Kyle is back. Hey, Kyle. Shame about Pontiac, like you said prior. I had a 2005 G6, brand new, and it was
a great car,
a great brand.
Yeah, it really was. You know, Pontiac had the style. It had some of that extra style that was not on any of the other GM products. Plus, I don't know, I remember we build excitement.
Yeah.
Like that gets me excited that you build excitement. If you said we build boring, then I'm going to go to sleep. And that's why I like General Motors.
Yeah. I miss those cars.
Yes.
We've got some more super chats coming.
You guys are great with the super chats.
Gosh, Alex Vento is here. Please do another Trackhawk review or Durango RT with a tow and go package with the SRT exhaust. Also, any WK1 SRT8 Jeeps.
The SRT8 Jeeps are very hard to find, so that's going to probably be on the longer side. I almost had a Trackhawk review for everybody, but literally the day I went to go review it, they sold it. So that kind of was a bummer. And I'm still waiting for them to get at Jerry Ohm Dodge a tow and go for us to do a review of.
Yeah. And we've got a super chat from Al. So thank you,
Al. Thank you for the super chat. I see you retracted your message, but thank you for the super chat.
Absolutely. And then Mr. Anti-Ant is back.
Yes.
I actually own the 10th gen Civic now for 4 years. Best driving car in the class for the money. CVT has grown on me. Good to know. But I do miss the sound of a speed transmission. And I think that's really important to hear because a lot of times, if you're looking at a Civic and you may not want the CVT, it's nice to hear from an owner.
Of course. Thank you for sharing that, Mr. Andy.
Yes. And then Ron Gertiza.
What's up, Ron?
Hey, Joe. Love your Camaro and Shelby. When are you going to buy a car for Lori? Ron, if you only knew.
If you're only a
fly on the wall.
Yes.
And are you going to open up more Winter Circle Patreon?
Well, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for asking about the Winter Circle Patreon Club. We are going to be making some adjustments to that, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, the Patreon, the way we set it up was really a pilot.
Yes.
And so now that we know that what you guys want a little bit more of, so we are going to be able to open up a little bit more.
We're going to be changing some things up for more people to become Patreon members, so stay tuned for that. And we are in talks for a car for Lori.
Yeah.
She likes the STI, but it really doesn't feel like your car, right?
Yeah, I mean, I love driving because the STI is really, if we had a daily, that is our daily driving.
That is exactly.
But it would be nice. I've actually was telling Joe just the other day, I'd like to have sort of like my car.
Her car. Yes.
But at the same time, we have
the press fleet vehicles.
The press fleet vehicles and everything else. And then not having a driveway.
Yeah, that was hell. That was hell. It broke my heart to see that I couldn't open I could open up the garage door, but there was just dirt. And it was about 3 feet lower than what you think it should be.
Yes. But it's funny, Ron, that you mentioned that. You must be on the same wavelength.
Yes.
Al is here. Al, thank you for the super chat.
Yes, thank you, Al, again.
Chevy C8 Z51 Rapid Blue owner with a Genesis G90 for my CEO executive luxury ride. Wow, nice garage.
Hashtag dream garage.
Yeah, Genesis is putting out a great product these days. The C8 amazes me, but by being a great GT touring daily and 500 horsepower track.
You know, Al, you did it smart. You got the best of both worlds, and you're very lucky to get a Corvette. I mean, the ordering is just ridiculous. The prices are getting out of control with dealer markup and all that. So, but thank you for being here, and congrats on a dream garage for sure.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Al. Benji. So awesome.
Yes.
Giving a shout out to Jacob for the moderation.
Yeah, she's doing awesome.
Absolutely. I'm sure he's got
It's not easy. I know.
Yeah. Really appreciate it. So great job, Jacob. And of course, the undoubtedly awesome videographer and super chat reader, Mrs. Raiti.
Yes.
Doing a great job. Thank you so much, Benji. And of course, shout out to you too.
Listen, I don't hold anything back when it comes to Lori. Without her, this would not happen. It just is that simple. She works the camera in such a way that people comment, people that watch us film, comment to her and say, how do you move like that? How are you so smooth? The whole camera and everything weighs like almost 15 pounds. Listen, it works.
It is definitely a dirty job. Yes. If anybody thinks that videography is glamorous, you're fooling yourself.
I know, right?
Thank you guys so much for that. Vic Chang is here. Would you guys think Buick could revive Pontiac as a sub-brand for EVs, just like how GMC did to Hummer?
I don't see it happening. The reason why is because Hummer carries a little bit more weight, just the name itself as a model. For Pontiac to be a model, I don't think that's going to happen.
I like the idea though.
Yeah, it'd be great, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah,
I think GM is going to convert names like Camaro and Corvette into EVs, which that kind of makes my stomach hurt right now. So I'm just going to stop talking about that.
Yeah, just have a sip of water. Okay, Niven Varghese is back.
Yes.
2 questions. Which muscle car would you have confidence driving in the snow? And are all season tires worth it for muscle cars where there is snow?
You know, all seasons will be good, but you're definitely going to need some snow tires, man. I mean, a rear-wheel drive car, especially even if it's a Mustang GT or a Camaro LT1, that's a lot of power going to the rear wheels in the snow. And I don't think I would feel comfortable. I think I would grab my Subaru with all-wheel drive and drive it in the snow.
And so would you say that? I mean, that's not a muscle car, but what muscle car would you get?
I would say you could get any of the muscle cars. You're just going to have to get snow tires. Yeah. I mean, even a Subaru. People think you could just take my Subaru and go drive it in the snow. It still needs proper tires.
Yeah.
Tires are everything. Everybody underestimates their tires.
Yeah,
Everybody wants more horsepower, but nobody wants, well, some people want better tires, but that's one of the reasons why the Type R is so effective is because they put a track style tire on it.
Yep.
The STIs, standard STI, do not have that.
Yeah, makes a difference. Yeah. So great questions, Niven.
Yes.
And then Anth F from Canada is here. Hey guys, big fan from Toronto.
Awesome.
Currently drive an 09 Impreza with 300,000 kilometers.
Wow.
Soon you'll be looking for the next vehicle, 2019 Golf R or 19 WRX.
You know, first of all, thank you for the super chat. We love everybody from Canada. Well, we love everybody in the whole world, but
and the whole world.
The whole,
singing Kumbaya.
I love everybody. No, just kidding. But definitely, I don't know. I have a special place in my heart because I lived in Canada for about a year.
That's true.
And some really nice people up there. Remember that I told you about that lady? Yeah. I was renting a room in her building, and she would make me peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to take to the truck. It's a great story.
It's really sweet.
They tasted great.
I'm sure they did. They tasted extra good because somebody who cared about you made those sandwiches.
And I love PB&J.
Well, yeah.
Yes. But anyways, back to the super chat.
Golf R or WRX 19? I
think I would go Golf R.
I think you would.
I think I would. You know, sometimes I get a little frustrated with the WRX because it's just that much different than the STI. And I kind of really like the real versatility of the hatchback of the Golf R.
Very nimble.
So choose wisely, but yeah, you can't go wrong with either, really. I mean, to be honest with you.
Completely agree. Kenny's here. Any overseas car shows that you'd like to go to?
Yeah. All of them, all of them, Kenny. We were about to go to the Geneva Auto Show 1 year ago, almost to the date, and it got canceled because that's when when the
that
pandemic
would have been the first
launched.
time Raity's Rides was
ever went international.
Yeah. We want to go to Toronto.
Yeah. We want to go to Tokyo.
Yeah.
So
we're going to get there.
We will. We are going in that direction.
Yeah, we'll definitely get there. Great.
And we're bringing you with us.
That's right. And then Tony from Canada here. Hey, do you recommend an ID4? I'm debating between ID4 and Genesis GV70 gas versus electric.
You know, I'm sure David, if he's still here, is going to chime in. I'll be honest with you. It left me wanting a little bit more. I think to be honest with you, the vehicle that I would go buy if I had, say, I don't know, $40,000 to $50,000 that I wanted to drop on an EV, as crazy as it sounds, I would go get a Mach-E.
Wow. Would you call it a Mustang?
No. And I would figure out a way to take the horse off the front of it and put a lightning bolt that says TCB.
Okay.
What's TCB?
I don't know. I'm thinking of yogurt.
If anybody, that's TCBY. If anybody in here knows Elvis or is an Elvis fan, in his later years, he had a lightning bolt pendant and it said TCB, taking care of business.
I know.
That's what I have on the front of my Mach-E.
Oh my! I really just want to see that. I really want to actually see that vehicle. So
it's probably not going to happen.
Great question. Well, we didn't answer Tony's question. So between the ID4 and the
I would go I haven't seen a GV70 in person, but from what I've seen in pictures, it looks great. I love the Genesis brand, so I would go GV70.
Okay. Al Longton, thank you.
Al, you're awesome, man.
You got to tell me when you first came up with the Twinkie storage thing. Huge fan forever. Best commenting on style of car out of 99% of car reviewers on YouTube.
Well, thank you, Al.
He works hard at that.
I really appreciate that. I'll be honest with you. More than half the stuff that comes out of my mouth just comes off the top of my head. I remember I was sitting in a car, obviously, and I looked in the storage in a center console, and I'm like, you could fit. And the one thing that came to my brain was a Twinkie.
Well, because everybody knows.
Yeah, everybody knows the size of a Twinkie.
Yes.
So that's where it all started, and the rest is history. Same thing with Zonk. A lot of people think I planned that out. Listen, I don't know where the heck it came from. I love watching Let's Make a Deal with Wayne Brady, and I watched the original Let's Make a Deal as a kid with my grandmother, Monty Hall. Yes. And Zonk came from that show, and I don't know. I just, instead of saying something's bad, I don't like this. How many times can you say, I don't like this? You can say Zonk. And now what I love hearing is when parents actually zonk their family members, whether it be their spouse or their kid or their neighbor or a stranger.
Well, we do that. We're sitting there watching TV, and I'll say, I'm gonna zonk that.
That's right. I know. It's crazy.
It's funny.
What else we got?
But great question. Thank you for that. Alex Vento. This is my first time super chatting. Thanks,
Alex.
Thank
you, Alex. We really appreciate that.
Alex is heading to Florida in the end of May and would love to help film a Mopar episode of Raity's Rides.
Well,
that's a sweet offer.
That's a really sweet offer, and definitely let us know when that happens.
Yeah, just send us a message if you want to. You can either find the email address
right to
on
Raity'sRide.com,
or you can go to the website and send a message. And
and thanks for the super chat.
Yes. And then Destin Coute, thank you, Destin. Thoughts on a Buick? Are they making a comeback? Do they need to reinvent their brand like Lincoln did?
You know, it's funny because if you go to other countries in the world, Buick is huge. Yeah. Buick is a top seller. I think that they need to do something with the logo. I think they need a little bit of rebranding. And the Envision, which is new for 2021 redesign, I think they're on the right track if they could keep progressing in that direction. But they got to do something. Yeah, I mean,
they need some focus.
They need something
for sure. And then C. Benefield 75. Thank you, C. Benefield. Really generous. From what you saw of the new Bronco, if I got in a fight with a Jeep, which one would win? What would be the next for Chevy as far as the Trail Boss? And why is GMC having so many problems out of the 6.2 motors?
You know, if you're going Bronco versus Wrangler, it's interesting. So there was the Jeep Easter Safari that they had over in Moab, and a bunch. There was like five Broncos showed up that Ford brought out, and they kind of were doing the business to the Wranglers. So I think it's going to be really close between the two. I gotta wait until I drive one, but I there are some deficiencies that the Bronco has, but there's also some deficiencies that the Jeep has, and I think Chevy missed the target big time by not having either the Blazer or the Trailblazer be a competitor to go up against either of those two vehicles, the Wrangler or the Bronco. Missed opportunity. I don't know what they're going to do with the Trail Boss. I think it's almost like a lost effort at this point. And GMC with the 6.2 motors, I honestly don't know what's going on with them. You would think they would have it down pat by now. I'm sure they'll blame it on COVID or something. I don't know.
But everybody's blaming it.
Yeah, I mean, our driveway took longer because of COVID. So it's just one of those things.
The concrete.
The concrete is just,
it's affected.
Yeah. But good questions. Thank you.
Yeah, really great questions. Oh my gosh. Okay, I thought I was caught up and I'm not.
No, we got more.
Salvatore, thank you, Salvatore. Yes, with a D. Yep. All right, Queen. Opinion on EVs and V8s going extinct possibly in the next 10 to 15 years. I will never own a V8. I will forever burn that diner. I will never own a V8. I will forever burn that dino juice.
Nice. So I'm thinking that V8s are going to go extinct. Yes. So many brands have already announced that they're going to be going to a full EV lineup. My question is, can they change their minds? Because who's to say that...
Like V8 owners' minds.
No, if the companies want to create gas engines, go back on their word. Okay. Say, you know what, we're just joking.
Oh, okay.
Or because of current situations, we're going to have to push everything back. Just because you announce something doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Well, we all know that. I mean, how many times have we been let down by?
But new V8 vehicles are going. Audi just announced the other day that they're not going to develop any new internal combustion engines. Volkswagen followed suit. BMW though said they're still going to keep developing internal combustion engines. So
it's going to be interesting to see how technology changes and what happens over the next 5 years. I feel like it's just going to be 5 years from now.
It's going to be interesting.
So much is going to be different. Frank B.
What's up, Frank?
Love the channel. How about a long-term review of the GT350?
Definitely. Frank,
if you can get it out of the garage, that would be great.
Yes, Frank, we will be getting that together.
Frank.
Now that we have a driveway that's made out of solid material
and not sand.
And not sinking, we will be getting it out and doing some reviews.
Definitely.
Just know, part of the problem or part of the challenge with filming our vehicles so much is that we get the press fleet vehicles and we're constantly hitting the road. Like next month, we have 2 back-to-back trips to bring you guys awesome content. So that's one thing. It's sort of like you got to weigh it out, but we will be bringing you more with the GT350.
And I think that's a really great idea, Frank. We definitely need to do that. And it's on our mind. So thank you for helping us bring that to the front of our minds. Let's see, what else do we have here? We've got Johnny Julka, big fan from New Jersey, Type R or Camry TRD for a long time.
Well, Johnny, thank you for your super chat. Tough question, though. 2 kind of totally different cars. I think if you want a better daily driver and you need more space, go Camry TRD. And it's probably going to last you longer because it's not a turbocharged engine.
Okay.
But if you want something that's extra fun, that's unique, that's going to stand out, and if you have twisty roads where you live, or you could get to some twisty roads, go Type R. You really can't go wrong with either.
Yeah.
Get whatever's going to make your heart pitter patter, and that you're going to stare at.
The one that when you walk away from it,
you turn around.
So that's your test, right? Go and check them both out, and if you stop and turn, then
that's right.
You know your answer. Noops is here. Hey guys,
what's up, Noops?
Big fan. I just turned 23. Happy birthday. I'm looking to lease an SUV for about $500 a month. Any recommendations?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Noops. To pose your question with a lease price, I have no idea. I think that if you're looking for a compact SUV, a Mazda CX-5 is a great option. A Toyota RAV4 is a nice option. There's lots of good choices depending on what you need. If you want something with 3-row capacity, but you don't want to go too big, I like the new MDX. I like the Telluride.
Well, and I would even encourage, I don't know how big you want your SUV to be, but I would even encourage you to look at the Kia Seltos.
Yeah, Kia Seltos
which is
great.
Small, but it's a really nice, you know, if you don't have a giant family, you may not need as much room as you think you do.
So good question though. I'm sorry, I don't know lease prices.
Numbers,
I have no idea.
And then Dante Mitchell is here. Hey Dante, thanks for the super chat. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Raiti.
Hey Dante.
I see LUVs are coming back. I drive a 94 Chevy S10, so I'm ready to jump on one of them. But I know I need to wait for recalls, resale, etc. What do y'all think?
You know, they are making a comeback slowly, and I think it's smart always to wait a year or 2 after a model is introduced so that they work out the bugs.
Yeah.
When I bought my Civic Type R And 2017, the first one in Central Florida. I didn't even have a channel yet. We weren't even doing Raiti's Rides yet when I bought it. I wound up having problems with it. I had to have the wiring for the ECU replaced, and that's a Honda. So just know that it's better to you're doing the right thing by waiting a couple of years. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then Aram, thank you so much for your super chat, Aram. Oop, I skipped over one. Chandler Dixon, what's the best SUV to buy when you're starting a family?
What's up, Chandler? Good question, and thank you for the super chat. Depending on how big your family is, it's really going to dictate size. I think if you're starting a family, I would go Kia Telluride.
Yep.
I would go Kia Telluride. I would go Palisade is nice.
Mm-hmm.
I would go. I even like the Highlanders. I mean, there's so many different Highlanders really nice. To choose from. You know?
That's true. That's true.
But great question, and congratulations on starting your family.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much, Aaron Boyd.
Aaron Boyd, thank you for that super chat.
Hector Gonzalez, how do y'all see the Stinger's future?
Well, what we see so far is you're getting a refresh for 2022, which we will be bringing to you very shortly. And then you're probably going to see a redesign. I think Kia is moving some things around. They decided to come out with a new model called the K8 that's going to replace the K900 and the Cadenza. But I think the Stinger is going to stick around for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And then I see Car Story is here.
What's up,
it's
Frank?
Jeanette's birthday, so happy
birthday, Jeanette. They just got a Rubicon, two-door Rubicon.
That's exciting.
Yes.
Congrats, guys.
But that was more for him, not.
It wasn't for Jeanette?
No.
Not a good birthday.
Yeah. Oh well.
That's okay. She's got her GTI, so I'm
That's
sure she's
right.
happy. Okay, so Frank B is here. What's going on with Dodge and their lack of different vehicle choices? Same with the Chrysler nameplate.
It's very, very interesting, and it's going to be interesting to see now that it's part of Stellantis what the direction is going to be. SRT is being broken up. This is the last year of SRT. They're going to take those engineers and put them in individual positions throughout all the different brands of Stellantis. But it's fascinating, especially when it comes to like EPA ratings, because you always look at the fleet of vehicles, not just one necessarily.
Right. Yeah, that is going to be interesting.
Good question, Frank.
And Niven, this is so funny. Thank you, Niven, for the super chat. First of all, R.I.P. Paul Walker.
Yes,
absolutely. Very, very sad. Paul Walker or Vin Diesel, who do you enjoy watching drive in the Fast and the Furious movies, and who's a better driver?
For me, it's all about Paul Walker.
Well, first of all, we just watched the again.
Yes.
While we were in Barrett Jackson.
In the hotel,
and we were in the hotel room, it was on, and I was like, oh, I was so excited.
Yeah.
But Paul Walker, is that
Paul
what
Walker, that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
I think that's where you're going to.
I actually really like watching Tyrese drive. I think
that's not an option.
I know that isn't an option.
Yeah.
But I mean Paul Walker.
Yeah. I have those choices.
Yeah. Vin Diesel's fun.
I think you like how Han drives too.
Oh yeah, Han is super fun to watch.
There you go.
Yeah. And then Michelle Rodriguez.
I wish she didn't die.
Actually, my favorite is going to be Michelle Rodriguez.
Of course.
There you go.
Of course.
All right. So we've got a couple more super chats here. David Sanchez, love you guys. Joe and Lori never miss a video upload.
You're awesome, David. Thank you, David.
Really sweet. Benji's here again, and because of that crappy Type R, you have the pleasure.
Yes, that's how we met. That's how we met Benji when I traded in the Type R and I got the Focus RS.
Well, you know what?
And
that's the thing. It's like there's no perfect car, right? Even though
even my GT350, I've zonked my GT350. I zonked the Camaro. Yeah. What else we got? Is that
we are
caught up. We are now going to try to hit up some questions here.
Okay.
So thank you guys for sticking. We got almost 400 people watching.
Holy cow.
You guys are awesome. We love each and every one of you, especially those that super chatted, but everybody who showed up is awesome.
Yes.
Kia Seltos or CHR? Baller, I'm going Kia Seltos. CHR, you could out-accelerate that vehicle with a skateboard.
If you just want to grab some of these and just respond.
Okay. Well, we got another super chat from Frank. What is your favorite quirky option in a vehicle made now? I would have to say probably I like the way Acura has, similar to what the Highlander, the previous generation Highlander had, where you could remove the whole center seat area or you could turn it into a captain's chair. Mm-hmm. But I like for example, in the Chevy Tahoe that we did, you can actually have the rear entertainment and communicate to the driver.
Oh, I like that. I like that in the BMWs how you can make your drink cold.
Yes, the cold drink.
I think that's really nice.
Great question, Frank.
Nishant is here. Joe and Lori, I've been a fan of your reviews for over a year.
Wow, we appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Thinking of buying a used 2017 C43 AMG 4MATIC with 27,000 miles. Thoughts?
Well, I think the mileage is right, because if you think about it, on average, most people put 10 to 12,000 miles a year on their vehicle, so the mileage is right. And it's a nice driving car, so I think you're going to enjoy that. So absolutely. I would say go for it.
Yeah. And then thank you for that. And then Brady is also
What's up,
here.
Brady?
Hey, Joe, I'm looking for a new car. I'm stuck between the Toyota Avalon TRD and the Camry TRD.
You know, it's funny. I actually enjoy driving the Avalon TRD more, which is crazy.
Why
because
is that?
I don't know. I think maybe because it's a little bit larger and it has the longer wheelbase. It's just a little bit more stable in the twisty bits. I know most people are going to probably crucify me for this, but I kind of like the look more of the Avalon TRD than I do the Camry TRD. And I like the more room inside. Well, even though I really don't need any more room, but I like it. It's nice to have.
Well, there you go, Brady. Hopefully that helped you out.
And or just confused the hell out of me.
And then Brandon Hatch. Thanks, Brandon.
What's up, Brandon?
SRT 10 here.
Nice.
Added an English Bulldog to the family. Wow, now that is a big baby right there.
Yes.
Oh, I need pictures. Please send photos. So more G70 search, best SUV around, Toyota CHR range.
I would say if you're going CHR, if you're going for subcompact, I really like the Seltos. Right now, the best selling, believe it or not, the best selling subcompact is the Trailblazer right now.
Which it has some cool colors.
Yeah, it does. And all-wheel drive you could get and stuff.
There's lots of hard plastics.
Yeah, so I'm going Seltos.
You could keep,
I'm going to stick to my guns.
With a lot of hard plastic, you could keep it clean if you have an English Bulldog.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point.
But yeah, I'm with the Seltos too. Okay.
All right. Wait, no, we are not. We are not caught up.
I am incorrect. Let me just scroll up, double check. Okay, Omar Ramirez.
What's up, Omar?
When is the redesign for the Mustang?
Mustang is going to probably be 2023. They'll release it in 2022. And Tundra, it's right around the corner. I'm thinking 2022 for sure. Okay. Good question.
And then some call me Vidal. Thank you.
I've seen some call me Vidal. I have seen the Civic, not in person yet. I think it does look a little bit more bland than the current one, but I don't know if that's such a bad thing yet until I see it in person. So stay tuned. We're bringing it.
Alex Vento. Thanks, Alex. Durango RT Tow and Go, Jeep SRT, or Durango SRT. Bang for the bucks for the next vehicle.
I'm going to say, Alex, I'm going to go with the Durango SRT. And the reason why is I really like what they've done for 2021 with the headlight redesign, the front fascia, and definitely the larger infotainment system. Plus, I just love the sound of that 392 coming out of that Durango.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And then Edward. Thank you, Edward. Cars aside, it's clear you do some type of fitness work. Could you talk about that and what you do for your workouts?
Well, it's interesting is because of the pandemic, we have not been able to get to the gym very much because
we kind of
the gyms were closed.
Yep.
So we have a home gym and we alternate. We have chest day, chest and tris, back and bis, shoulders. And of course, we're always hitting up legs. That's important. I've never been one to skip leg day.
And we do cardio. We do about 20 to 30 minutes of cardio. Yeah. And we do that about 4 times a week.
Four times a week.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm always outside either cutting the grass or washing a car.
Running around.
Like
a crazy person. And I'm chasing after the camera. So
yes.
That's usually what it looks like.
Good question, Edward.
Thank you, Edward.
Yes.
I know. I appreciate that. And I hope you appreciate that.
Yes, of course.
Because that's really nice to hear that feedback. And even though we talk about a lot of Twinkies, Twinkies in moderation, right? That's the important thing. Okay, so let me scroll back up here. Frankie wants to know, what are your favorite YouTube car personalities?
You know, Frank, it's funny because before I started the channel, I used to watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. Now that I have my own channel, I have like no time whatsoever. Yeah. I watched Doug a lot. I watched, a lot. I know I watched Doug DeMarle. I watched a lot. Obviously, he's been doing it Straight Pipes. I love the Straight Pipes guys. Those guys are funny. I love the visor test and all that kind of stuff. They're really awesome.
You used to watch Matt Moran when he was WRX.
I used to watch Matt Moran when he was Subaru WRX fan.
Yeah.
If anybody can remember that, that was a while ago. Yeah. But those are pretty much the main ones.
Yeah. Good. Great question, Frank.
Yes.
And then Destin Kute, thinking about buying a Buick Encore GX. What are your thoughts?
They're nice. I feel like they're a little bland, to be honest with you. I'm going to say it again. In that category, I'm going Kia Seltos.
Okay.
I just am.
Okay. So thank you, Dustin. Brady is here. What size lift and tires for my new Gladiator? First, congrats.
Congrats, awesome. Brady. I would say do a 2-inch lift and go 35s.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, we featured it here on Raity's Rides. There's actually a video of that with a manual Gladiator.
Oh, it's a great job.
Yeah.
TJ's back. Being 6'5" would be so cool to consider people who are taller than 6 feet in your reviews.
Well, I give you an idea.
Come and we'll feature TJ like TJ for scale.
I'll bring an extra ruler. I'll bring I mean, I try to point out if I'm 6 feet tall, and I try to tell you how much extra room there is.
That's true.
But you know,
thank you for that feedback.
Yeah, I guess I could wear some stilts.
Yes. You could wear stilts.
Yes.
In an April Fool's video. That would be really
No, I don't want to do that.
Okay, maybe not. All right. So thank you, TJ, for that super chat. Really, really sweet. And I just scrolled. Okay, here we go. Meta World Will. Hey guys, my wife and I are starting a family. I want to get a certified prepared MBE wagon. Should I consider other luxury wagons? A B90, an A6?
You know, to be honest with you, I would go with the Mercedes, especially because if you get a pre-owned certified, they have amazing warranties.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That you get extended with unlimited mileage. So that's the route what I would go. And to be honest with you, if it was up to her, the car that she would want right now would probably be, and I know this is probably obviously a little bit more performance, but it would be the AMG E63 S wagon. Yes.
Oh, if you have not seen that review,
that thing was killer, man.
That blue was crazy.
I remember when we took that to the Orlando Cars and Coffee, more people were looking at that than they were supercars.
So many comments.
It was crazy.
And the carbon fiber just
and that
stunning.
the blue Magno color.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Great so that'll be fun to shop for that Meta World. Yes. I absolutely envy you there. Let's see what else. Omar, what brand should come back now that Hummer is back?
Well, remember, Omar, Hummer, the brand, is not back. Believe it or not, because GM accepted the bailout from the federal government, they're not allowed to bring Hummer back as a brand. So that's why they did it under the GMC banner. Will there be other historic names that come to the forefront with EVs? I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah.
I think what you're going to eventually see is a Corvette EV. It's coming.
Yeah.
And I mean a Corvette crossover SUV EV, which makes me sick to even think about.
It's okay. Deep breaths.
Yes.
We have another super chat here from Noobs. I don't know what that was.
That was from Bad Boys.
Oh.
Bad Boys 1 and 2. I don't know if they did in Bad Boys 3. Maybe they did. I can't remember.
Okay.
Yes.
Which brand do you think has the best infotainment system? I'm looking for an SUV in the 40 to 50K range, and that's one of my biggest selling points. Thanks, Noobs.
I would probably say I really like that. If you look at Kia or Hyundai with their 10.25-inch screens, are very easy to use. Mm-hmm. Very easy to use, and I kind of like the way they're integrated. I would probably have to go with that.
I would have to agree with you on that because I also think that they have some really great. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh,
I was just gonna say,
like some of the additional features that they have in their infotainment. You know,
And the thing that I think that I like a lot is General Motors. Believe it or not, like in the Chevys and stuff. I like the infotainment, even though the screens aren't super large.
Right.
But they are very intuitive.
They are.
And the backup camera clarity is some of the best.
Well, and that makes such a big difference today because
it really does.
Drive really
it really does. Yeah. So. Tell me about it. Especially in Arizona. If anybody here lives in Arizona.
Yeah, people say Florida drivers are bad.
I could not believe what was happening. We had people turning right in the middle of the lane. Yeah, just stopped and
stopped in the middle of the road.
Oh my! It was
fascinating. Fascinating.
What else we got?
So, thank you, Noobs, for that. And then we have
Benji's back again.
And Benji says, you clearly don't miss leg day.
Thank you, Benji.
You know, his students used to chant whenever
show your calves. It was ridiculous.
Because a lot of you guys know that he was a high school teacher for 18 years, and his students used to chant.
I used to MC all the pep rallies and spirit nights and all that kind of stuff.
Really great calves. Should be a calf model. Ooh. Maybe in all your free
time.
Should I
stop the channel?
No, absolutely not. Stephen M. Hey, Joe and Lori, how can Infiniti rebound? Is the brand dying? And what's the biggest zone for them?
Hey, Stephen, how's it going? I really think that there is opportunity for them to rebrand. and they have some great stuff coming in the pipeline. I will be getting my hands on that new QX55, the upcoming QX60. We'll see what's going to happen. I'm keeping my fingers crossed because it looks like I almost flicked off everybody, but now I look like I'm doing gang signs. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed because
you'll just have to take your word for it. Don't show us, please.
No hands. That they do something. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. And then thank you, Frank, for that super chat. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Frank. You're the man.
The Beast Boy.
Frank the Tank.
That's right. And the Beast Boy is here. Thank you. Which one is better all around, 911 Turbo S or Lamborghini Huracan Performante?
You know what? If you're looking for a vehicle that's best all around as a vehicle you could drive on the road the most, 911 Turbo S. And that 911 Turbo S, 0 to 60 in 2.1 seconds. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
it'll melt your brain.
It did. Remember how I had to lay down for about an hour after doing that review with a cold compress on my head?
Yes, I do.
And Hawaiian music playing in the background to calm me?
Yes, I do. So great question there, Beast Boy. And then we have Xenowitz22. How do you feel about Cadillac?
You know what? I'm not really I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Cadillac, but I do like what they're bringing with the CT4V and the CT5V. We did get a little bit more access from Barrett Jackson, so stay tuned for those 2 separate reviews, and we got better lighting too compared to the museum.
And we just had more time.
Yes,
we got to sit in them.
Yes,
and show you
and show you that manual transmission.
Yes, that was
We got almost 400 people still watching.
Holy cow!
Jeez Louise.
Okay.
All right, can we answer some questions yet? Or Frank is back.
Frank, thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
And Jeff Rogers.
Super chat like a champ, man.
Jeff is here too. Discovered the channel a few months ago. I'm not a huge car guy, but I always look forward to the videos after work. Thanks, Jeff.
That's awesome, Jeff. And that's one thing I always like to hear is that, you know, it's great to kind of share the car passion for people that maybe aren't enthusiasts yet. And hopefully maybe you join the club and keep watching.
Yeah, absolutely. And then TJ is back again. Hey, TJ.
TJ, you're so right. Stellantis does sound like
What did you say?
I'm going to tell everybody. Stellantis does sound like a competitor to SpaceX. I think it sounds like a medication. Like if you have that weird rash down there and you're wondering, how do I get rid of it? Ask your doctor for Stellantis. It'll make the rash go away.
It really does sound like
that. It does. It's dumb.
It's really funny.
I don't like it. I mean, FCA was bad enough, but
yeah. Well. So really funny. Thank you, TJ, for that. And then Frank, we got your super chat. Yay! 2017 Range Rover full size, supercharged to buy.
If you're asking, should you buy one, Frank? I would make sure you get some extended warranty. And I'm being all serious about that. Range Rovers and Land Rovers do tend to have more issues than other brands, but I'm the type of person that, hey, if that's what you really want, go for it. I mean.
We're both firm believers in that. But we're also, if that's the car we're going to go with, and it kind of is notorious for having some issues,
have a warranty or something. Yeah.
I think with the technology in new cars today, it's
any car, it's
ridiculous
how much these sensors cost and the labor that's involved because you got to take half the outside of the car apart to get to the engine. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. So thank you, Frank. And then Zoolman's here. Can't send much, but here you go. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Listen, man, we appreciate anything, and we're not here to just get super chats, but we do appreciate that.
I want to acknowledge everyone here, especially those who are
super chatting.
But it really means a lot to have 385 people
still
in the room with us.
What else
so
we got?
Thank you, guys. Let's see.
We still got more super chats.
My goodness. Chandler Dixon, do you think BMW should make a truck and call it the X8? Thanks, Chandler.
That would be interesting. As many of you know, Mercedes-Benz had a truck. I don't know if they still have it over in Europe.
Okay.
But Lincoln had a Navigator. Lincoln had a truck as well. So, I mean, it is possible. And I think that people, when it comes to trucks, they like variety and they definitely like luxury. So
yeah, that's true. Great points. Cadillac Quan, is the next Mustang couple going to be gas or EV? I have a 197 Mustang and want a new one.
Next Mustang is going to be definitely gas. There's no EV Mustang coming yet besides the Mach-E.
Gavin Olhauser from Canada. What's better,
Gavin? Sports
car, 911 Carrera or 718 Cayman?
You know what? I have never, and I can't believe, I'm almost embarrassed to say this. I've never driven a Porsche Cayman. Not a Cayman Standard, not a Cayman S, not a 718, not a GT4, none of that, not a GTS. But what I hear from every single person that's owned one or that currently owns one, it is one of their favorite cars. And I do know from just pure physics and science that having the engine in the middle rather than past the rear axle like in the 911 makes for a better handling car. Now, what Porsche does, which is wise on their part, is they want to keep the 911 halo car, right? Mm-hmm. They're not going to allow the Cayman to be even or surpass it. That's why it will always have less horsepower than a 911. But I think you can't go wrong either way. But like I said, from what everybody says, they love the 718 and which is called the Cayman. They decided to give it a numerical value, right? 718.
Yes, it's official.
But I would love a GT4.
Which one would you pick?
Damn, it's so tough, man, because I know we
actually have this conversation all the time.
All the time. Do I go 911? Do I go GT4? I don't know.
You can't ever decide. I'll let you off the hook. Omar Ramirez has a question. What JDM 90s do you think will come back as electric?
I think eventually you're probably going to see an electric GTR, maybe electric 240. 240SX, remember or you know what would be smart, Nissan, if you're listening, is a Pulsar. Because think about it, pulse.
Oh, yeah.
Electricity.
So witty. So witty.
I'm not trying to be witty. I think that's a selling feature right there.
Yeah, and apparently that's the thing you have to do.
Yeah, you got to have a name to sell it.
There's got to be Antonio Hernandez. Hey, Joe, BMW X6M competition or Audi RS Q8?
I think I'm going to I know I can't believe I'm saying this. I haven't driven an RS Q8. I think I'm going to go RSQ8 though, even though I haven't driven
all the other.
Yeah, I have driven all the other. I would go RSQ8, even though I do like the X6M. It's getting late, as you probably say. I'm like babbling now. So I would go the Audi route.
So before Joe starts doing gibberish, and I can't read anymore because my eyes are crossed.
Yes, I know. It's been an awesome night, guys. You guys
really
are awesome.
Moises Escobar, much blessings to you guys. What are your thoughts on the Acura TLX Type S? He has an A-Spec.
It's coming in May, and I think that the extra power is going to be really nice. The only question is it a true competitor to the German performance cars?
Yes, good question.
Like the RS5.
And then Destin Coutet, would you go to the GM's headquarters, and do you like the Regal GM?
I would love to go to the GM's headquarters. I would go to any manufacturer's headquarters. Do I like the Regal GS? Of course. I wish they would do something a little bit more, though. They need to do something else than what they're doing over at Buick.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, do we have some time for questions?
We do.
I see we have, is that Yoon?
Yes.
Yoon, STI or Type R? Even though the Type R is faster because of those sticky tires and some of the other stuff going with it, and of course the driver, I'm still going STI. It just, the STI has that familiar, every time I even start it up, and it's like, it just feels like a friend. That friend that you just love to see every day.
That's a great feeling.
Yes, it is a great feeling.
I love that. And then Kuro Official, Joe is a legend. Great reviews, very honest. Your review of the Kia K3 GT made me buy one, doing upgrades now. That's awesome to hear.
Awesome. Congrats. I'm so glad I could share the car passion with you, and definitely thank you for the super chat. Somebody said, what's the best car I've ever reviewed?
Okay.
I don't know. They're all freaking fantastic. It just depends. Like, I mean, I really enjoy sometimes driving an SUV, and I'm like, wow, this is awesome.
And then June, we answered your question, so you don't need to keep typing.
Yeah, June, we got you. STI, buddy. Ferris says Q7 or Acura MDX. I'm going MDX. I don't really love the Q7 that much. I actually like the MDX.
Yep.
GT500 or C7 Corvette ZR1. C7 Corvette ZR1 every day of the week and twice on Sunday. And I'm going 7-speed manual. Mine's going to be Sebring orange with the full aero and everything else. So that's what I would do.
I just wanted to thank Kira.
Of course.
And then Joe, should Gladiator buy a Mercedes GLS or a BMW X7?
GLS or a Mercedes GLS, or I'm gonna go GLS. I think I'm in a Mercedes mood tonight, so I would go GLS. Even though you can't go wrong with either one, I just like the way the Mercedes drives a little bit more. Tesla Roadster, NSX. I'm going NSX.
Okay.
Buick Electra EV. We'll have to wait and see. I have not been able to get my hands on it yet, so stay tuned.
Jaguar F-Pace or Audi Q5?
I'm going, can I go Audi SQ5? That's what I'm going to do.
Madrid Hopper, he's going Audi SQ5.
Best year for the GT350. The later in the series you could go, the better. So I would go 2019, 2020.
Okay, so this is how we're wrapping it up with the Beast Boys question here.
Yes.
Because it is 9:19 and we're about to.
It is, and Eric just.
And Eric is
Eric's
here.
here.
Okay, so first.
We love Eric.
Yes, we do.
Thank you, Eric.
So Beast Boy wants to know, what's your dream car?
Dream car, Ferrari F40.
Okay.
Easy.
That was easy.
Yes.
And then Eric, hey guys, just wanted to show you some love before you sign off. Thank you for the note you mailed with the words of encouragement. Love you guys.
You're very welcome, Eric. We really appreciate you,
the
and stay safe and be strong, buddy. You can do it. We appreciate you.
Oh, and then TJ wants to know, will we see the 392 in the Gladiator?
I think you are for sure.
Think so too.
I think you are for sure. And
really
I wouldn't surprise if you see a Hellcat in a Wrangler.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. That would be really cool. Zach, love the vids, Joe. Keep up the great work.
Thanks, Zach. We appreciate you, buddy.
And then our Bridget's favorite muscle car, old school, and favorite muscle car, old or new.
I'm going to say probably favorite muscle car, old school. I really, really like a Buick GNX Stage 2.
Wow.
That would be pretty hot. I also love GTOs. The Judge. Here comes the Judge. I love that. And favorite muscle car reviewed, I would have to say, I would probably have to say over at Dream Giveaway Garage, that 1,000 horsepower Charger that I did.
Oh,
the Hellcat Charger with 1,000 horsepower. That was pretty intense.
Woko, thank you.
What's up, Woko?
So guys, we do this every month.
Yes, we do. And we
actually
went 20 minutes longer.
Yes.
Which I can't believe you went that long.
Well, this is exciting, but we have to wrap this one up.
You guys are awesome. Able TV Games.
Thank you, Able TV Games.
Thank you, Able.
For all of you, we didn't get a chance to answer your questions. Please come back.
I'm going Cross-Trek Sport, Joseph. Cross-Trek Sport over the Bronco Sport.
We love you guys so much. We will see you next month. We've got a lot of great stuff.
We really appreciate everything.
Keep in mind, 500,000 subscribers.
Yes, remember, the next time we talk, we're going to be at 500,000. We're going to talk about the celebration coming up in May. We're going to have giveaways in the whole 9 yards.
Even though we're going to hit 500,000 subscribers probably next week, we're going to have a celebration virtually.
Thank you for remembering
and in person at Walker Ford in
May 2nd. May 2nd.
Just spread the word to your fellow Raities Rides friends and family members.
And we got Raven. He says, considering getting a 2021 Honda Insight as my first car, do you think this is my best option? I say yes, go for it. Yeah. It's been around for a while. I think you'll be happy with it if that's what you're going for sure.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for all your support.
Yes, we appreciate you. And just like always, guys, we'll see you on the next ride. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. See you next time.
We love all you. Peace out, Girl Scout.